For the longest time, I just thought that's just how it is. There's a combination to it, I found out. And only one other person I know of has also discovered this. Hey everybody, welcome back to Truck Central. I am Mr. Justin Wheeler, and this is the 2019 Ram 1500 Limited High Mileage Edition. So today we're going to jump into what we refer to as hidden features, secrets, hacks, Easter eggs, some people might call them. With that, we'll get right into it. So one of the cool things I figured out with this truck, and I just happened upon it one day when I was putting air in the old original tires, was that the truck will let you know when it has the proper air pressure. Now, that beats the heck out of the old-fashioned way of rolling up to the gas station. You know, you're low on air, you get in line, you get the air hose, you put a little in, and you run around real quick, then you check your pressure. Then you go back, you put a little more air in, you come back, you check your pressure. Next thing you know, it runs out, you got to put more quarters in, you get more air going, people are behind you waiting. It's a pain in the butt. This is so cool. It will honk the horn when it gets to the right pressure. And this is really helpful this time of year as it gets cold out and the pressure in your tires automatically drop due to temperature. And it's going to be something that may help you and you not even realize it. So I'm going to kind of demonstrate how that works for you. I'm going to jump out and put some air in. That scares the hell out of me every time. Oh, look at that, and the hazards went off too. I didn't do that. So that is very cool. I didn't realize it did that as well. So it also, not only does it get you to pressure quick, but it keeps you from over pressuring, which is super handy if you don't have a tire pressure gauge. If your wife or children are driving the truck, maybe not super familiar with airing up tires, and they go to the station, they put air in it. You don't want them putting 70, 80 PSI in the tire. You know, it's good insurance. All right, now let's talk about something you might realize, but maybe not. So the headrests, spring-loaded, ratcheting, multi-position headrests. So this is nice, right? Right? Dodge thinks so. Who in their right mind sits with their head like that? But this is how it comes. So 99% of the time, I have it in the fully retracted position. And this is still nice. Or it's nice enough. It's not uncomfortable. However, if you were like me and you've ever had to sleep in this truck, it's still got a little forward pitch to it. And sleeping with your chin in your chest is not comfortable. Sleeping in trucks in general is not comfortable. However, there's a way around this. If you find yourself in a situation like I have many times and need to sleep in your truck, these headrests flip around. So you can see the driver's seat. I have the headrest turned. So all you do is you pull this out by pushing this tab on the right here, and the headrest comes up. You flip it around, you put it back in exactly the way it comes, and it still ratchets the same. And so you can see here, it is actually lower than the seat, which is perfect. So you have room for a pillow. Putting a pillow in the factory headrest or between your head and the factory headrest is just, it's cramp city. You're not going to wake up happy. So there's a little hack for you. All right, we're coming to the back. What do we have back here? Well, a couple things I want to point out. Make sure you know what they're for. See that little white funnel? You know what that's for? If you're out of fuel. If you run out of fuel, most standard gas cans don't have a way to get into the fuel neck to go into the tank. So just FYI in case you need that. Also, if you're sitting back here and you're reclined and you got your heated seat on and you're wondering what in the world is that strange cup holder shape for? Well, I didn't know at first. You know who found out? My children. You know why? Because they're obsessed with YouTube. You know what they do? Look at that. We got screens on screens in here. So, you know, I can't take credit for that one. kudos to the Wheeler boys. So that's super handy. And that's obviously right above the plugs. By plugging into that, you can feed the audio through the entire truck speaker, so the kids can watch, you know, movies in high quality back here with surround sound with a 19 speaker Harman Kardon system. So very nice, convenient, handy. What else? So I'm going to go ahead and jump into this. I wasn't going to talk about the rear seat release because no one cares, but it might be handy for some. So you can release these rear seats. If you want to pull these seats forward, there's a string back here. Oh gosh, you're not going to be able to see it. There's a little string back here. You can pull that string. Sorry, I know this is terrible camera work, but it's hard to find that string. Center of the seat. On the back side, there's a string you can pull. And it allows you to bring the seat up about this far. So that might be important to you if you want to get to the subwoofer, or, you know, I don't know. There's really not enough room to put anything back here, so I don't know. But just in case you didn't know you could do that. So everybody knows about the Ram bins. They've been around for a long time. They are exclusive to Ram, however, and the 5th gen made them bigger, which is nice. 5 inches bigger. You can easily keep a 6-pack of soda on ice in these, and the bins come out, so any water that collects as the ice melts you can throw out. They've got measuring devices on both sides. I can't help but think that they're suggesting that you should put fish in there and measure them. I'm personally not going to put fish in my nice, not stinky truck. I know it's dirty, but it doesn't smell like fish. I think you should probably keep those in the back. But whatever you want to use them for, knock yourself out. What else? So the tow hooks, I'm sorry, the cargo hooks there. There's 2 on each side, and I lifted up my back seat. I know it's a mess. I keep spare stuff back here. You might not think these are helpful until you need them. Let me show you what you can do with these hooks. Y'all know what that is? That's a bee box. Multiple times, my partner and I have had to transport live bees in this truck. Now, granted, there's usually a lid on it, but this is just for demonstration purposes only. And I know this won't apply to most people. Most people aren't moving bees very often. But it is worth noting that there's no other truck in this segment that has interior cargo securement D-rings. I mean, and these are rock solid. Well, I didn't get that tight. I mean, this thing's not going anywhere. I feel safe transporting cargo in here with this system. Very pleased with that. What you might also notice over there and over here is Ram has integrated these plastic hooks and clips into the bottom of the seat. You may not have known what those are for. I have a plastic bag safely stowed, and it also works for milk and bread. So with this fold up compartmentalized, you know, segment thing, divider, and the hooks, this is an excellent grocery getting, bee transporting, child entertaining dream truck. All right, what else? Well, I've got the tailgate down. I wanted to show you one more thing you could do. So if you're ever hauling 4x8 sheet material, and yes, 4x8 sheet material will fit in between the Ram box bedsides. Sometimes you can be a little sketchy with as flat as that is. So there's a way you can have this set in a more upright position to help kind of keep your load secure. All you do is you pop these off, just like that. Same over here. Takes just a second. Now, this also is not specific to Ram at all. I can get my finger in there. Most trucks have this option, but if you don't know, you can't take advantage of it. So Now you have just a slight kind of incline to kind of help keep your stuff, the weight shifted forward and not sliding out of the back of your truck. I have had things slide out of the back of my truck before, and it's embarrassing, so don't let that be you. And then finally, I wanted to talk about the CD player, the disc drive. Why does this thing have a disc drive? It's kind of like the sun visor paperclip, and I wouldn't talk about it because it's plain as day and it's sitting right there, and it's, if you use it, cool. If not, it's not hurting anything. But I noticed that the light was on, indicating that there's a disc present, but there's not a disc present. I thought that was strange. When I go to the media setting and I click on that CD icon, nothing happens. And for the longest time, I just thought that's just how it is. Well, one day I was kind of just, I was like, man, why is that light on? And I kind of rapid pressed that eject button, and you're not going to believe what happened. So there's a combination to it, I found out, and only one other person I know of has also discovered this. It's a triple press, pause, double press. So watch, one push, nothing happens. Two push, nothing happens. But if you triple, 1, 2, 3, pause, 1, 2. Old Ram, always coming up with new fun ways to keep the consumers entertained. That was a joke.